Y'all used to hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I see you on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Man, you want it. Her homies on it. I see you on it. Your homies on it. No, she on it. Y'all used to hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Dog, you want it. Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. Used to debate. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Swear, dog. Her homies on it. Now you on it. Your homies on it. The realest podcast ever. You can never, man, you ain't as clean as real. This right here, that grade, they love the chat and man, how real is that?
Hola, ¿cómo está? Spanish Chad reporting.
What was the other? ¿Cómo está? Bien.
Muy bien.
I don't know.
What's the dealio? We back.
No, it was a song. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Here we go. Ole. Some shit like that. I can't remember all that.
Spanish Chad and American Matt reporting live from the TRPE studios, the realest podcast ever. We back episode. Hold on. Let me get it together now. Hold on. I think it's
191.
Close. 192.
Was there?
191 was last week. Mascot hands.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't checked that episode out, go back, check that episode out. We are here today. We don't even have a rundown. We're just here recording the show.
I hate everybody. I know I say that a lot. I actually got told I was a racist this week.
Oh, that's what's up.
And I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate white people. I hate Indians. I hate Asians. I hate Latinos.
So you're an equal opportunity hater.
But I hate black people, too. So I feel like if anything, I'm inclusive.
Right, with the hate.
I don't segregate.
I hate all you motherfuckers.
Like, I think it's all the same. Like, I don't, not fuck with anybody.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you a quick story. Went to an Asian restaurant the other day.
My favorite.
You know what I'm saying? She wanted Thai food. I'm like, I'm going to go to the Asian restaurant. Me and my homie, we was leaving work. We rode over there. Like, let's go pick some food up. You know what I'm saying? Before we go to our respective domiciles.
Yeah.
So, you've been to an Asian restaurant.
I've been to every Asian restaurant.
I'm not talking about a Chinese store. Like an Asian restaurant.
Yeah, like Asian fusion. Like a good Asian restaurant.
No, just like an Asian restaurant.
Like,
not even like no cool shit.
Like Asian buffet?
No, not a buffet. No, I'm not that bad. Like, just like a...
So below Tao and Nobu, above the Asian buffet.
Right.
There exists an Asian restaurant in that sphere. I respect it. So, I've been to all of them also. We
go in an Asian restaurant, and it's a traditional Asian restaurant. You come in, it's Asian shit all over the place. It's Asian
shit all over.
They got they
kimonos and shit.
You know, they be having fucking, ancient scrolls and all that shit just lying around.
Got them Jones from Pinterest.
So we come in, it's Asian shit everywhere. It's Asians working, and it stinks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Traditional Asian restaurant. And we walk in, there's a painting in the okay, now my sound went out.
It went out.
No, whatever you... All right, now I can hear. Leave that alone. All right.
You're in the way of my buttons.
You get to the buttons, that's cool. But that whatever that happened, I couldn't hear. Anyway, we come in an Asian restaurant. And, like I said, traditional Asian restaurant. It smells bad. There's people working. There's nobody sitting down. Like, it's completely empty. So, but this is one of the highest rated Asian places in Villanova. So,
oh, nice.
Food was actually really good. Okay. But this point I'm making in the story, you come in and there, how you go in Asian restaurants, there's always like a mural or a painting or a portrait of some like Asian commander in the Asian army and shit.
Genghis Khan.
Some super decorated fucking, Asian warlord or something up on the joint. And this one is huge. And they got like candles and, like I said, scrolls and kettles and all kinds of shit. The paper mache dragons and all that shit. And I'm just like, it was like as big as the TV was, but it was bigger than that. Like, it was literally took up the whole wall. And I just was like looking at it and whatever. And the Asian lady, she came out, we, there to pick up food or whatever. And she's like, oh, you like painting? And I was like, is this General So? And my homie burst out laughing. And I was like, what the fuck are you laughing at? He's like, come on, man. General So. So the lady was like, no, this is my great uncle. I was like, oh, so this isn't General So.
Does he know General So?
Right. And I'm like, I've never actually seen General So. You know what I mean? Did you know that General So wasn't like that's not a person?
Yeah, they just made him up.
Yeah, it's like something they just attached to this.
Like Santa Claus.
And I'm like, this is deep because this is like he's like Paul Bunyan for the Asian. And I'm like, yo, this is like a mythical character that they created to sell chicken in our communities. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy.
When you start living life and you realize that everything is set out to economically manipulate you, life becomes very hard. Going through
if you go look up who
the world with that lens.
They tell you it's this guy from like the 1800s, but he wasn't. His name wasn't So, and he wasn't a general. This shit is nuts. It's crazy. But yeah, we got the food and it was pretty good.
Okay.
But he called me a racist in the middle of that. And I'm like, how? I'm like, he was like, dog, why the fuck would that be general?
Because I'm in an Asian restaurant.
If you walk into a black, shout out Jared. I got the greatest story on earth. You gonna love it. Since we started talking about restaurants. But this is what I mean. Equal opportunity. Same way I talk shit about Asians, I talk shit about black people. My man Jared said they went to a breakfast joint the other day. Blacko, he was like, dog, I be thinking you be hard on niggas, but he's like, did you actually go out and be like, Matt was right?
You be amongst these niggas, and then you realize, like, no, it's not even it's not even hyperbole. Like,
you are going too far out. Listen, when I tell you, I was driving the bus with tears in my eyes. Like, I was laughing. He said they went to the breakfast spot. He's like, we get there Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. He's like, we come in, sit down, start looking at breakfast shit, whatever. He's like, the breakfast menu, other half is the lunch menu. They do breakfast and lunch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm looking at the breakfast menu. Motherfucker come out and talk about some, hey, before you get to, you know what I'm saying, let me go in the back check because breakfast looking a little shaky. Let me go. Some junk. Like, how is breakfast looking a little shaky?
We was getting low on pancake batter last time I checked. You know what I'm saying? It was 4 strips of turkey bacon.
And that was Thursday.
Yeah, I know how you niggas love the turkey bacon. You know what I'm saying?
So he was like, baby, go to bed, come out like, all right, yeah. So do you know what you want? He was like, what's up with the fish and grits? He was like, we don't got no grits. Let me see what's up with the fish. I was like, what, man? He's like, he come in
grits come in a drum the size of that suitcase.
In a fucking whip, in a barrel.
How the fuck you run out of grits? And they good for 15 years. How do you run out of grits? They cost nothing.
Grits dead ass last a lifetime.
You should never run out of grits. I got the same canister of grits from 4 apartments ago. How you run out of grits, man?
Dog.
Who's your grit vendor?
Who's your grit guy? Why are you out of grits? So he was like, yeah, they out of grits. All right. What's up with the fish and potatoes? Fucking fish and potatoes is weird. Hold on, give me a second. The nigga gone. Like we got like just enough potatoes. Like you getting the last.
You the last ration.
You getting the last of the toes.
Last
like
of the potatoes.
We had one out of whole. We got one potato. You the last one to get it.
We got one good one. We got a little baby John, look a little gnarl.
So he was like, he with his peoples was like, man, what the fuck is this? He's like, the bull told him, like, I'm saying though, like, if you want lunch, flip the menu. Like lunch is
just go ham on the lunch.
Good on lunch. It's like breakfast is. I told you breakfast was shaky. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, you said breakfast was a little shaky. This shit a lot of shaky.
This shit 3 legs on a 4-legged chair right now. He's talking about a little shaky.
So he was like, yeah, the lunch menu though, you straight. Like lunch is good. So he's like, fuck it. It's like I'm not even in the mood for lunch, but fuck it. Flip the joint over and look at the lunch menu. He's like, I'm reading the shit. He's like, I see Spanish burger. Like, damn, the way they cook it with the shit on there. Like, okay, yo, let me get the Spanish burger. He was like, yo, real shit. We don't even like making it because it gets too smoky in here. Now listen. He said, yeah, we don't like making it because it gets too smoky in here. But I'm like, why you being difficult?
Nigga, why you can't just get a regular turkey burger like the rest of the niggas? Do a turkey burger, fries, man.
No, well, he said, yeah, it gets too smoky in here. But we be making that.
Yeah, we don't have a proper ventilation set up.
You know that shaky.
No, we leasing this joint from an Indian boy. You know they be cutting corners and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dog, when I tell you I was in fucking stitches off of that shit. Like,
told a nigga go ham on the lunch menu and then proceeded to tell him,
it get too smoky in here.
No, that shit too serious. We didn't anticipate
how the Spanish burger got the jalapeno cheddar. That shit start burning on the grill.
Surprisingly, you mix that with some grease.
Yo.
Shit get different in here. You know what I'm saying? our standards and practices ensure it's not up to par to be making that burger with regularity.
Oh, dog. Oh, my God. I was in fucking stitches when he told me that shit. I mean, I was literally livid. Because that's some shit motherfuckers will tell you. No, go to the other joint. You good. You go there, you not good. You know?
Like, yeah, I don't even know why you circled it. I don't even know why your eyes fixated on that one, big dog.
Yeah. Black business is crazy. I love it, but it just, you want to fuck with it all the time.
Until you get slapped in the face with a stereotype, and then you be like, damn, that's why I don't fuck with y'all.
A stereotype from black people?
No, meaning like, some stereotypical
shit.
They do some nigga shit, and then you be like, see, that's why I don't fuck with y'all niggas. But then you wrong for saying it. But I don't care.
I told you, a nigga had a fucking car lot, like a auto mechanic building, and he was like doing auto work and shit. And I was like, I'm gonna get my brakes done. He was like, oh, okay, cool. Saturday morning. I was like, yo, 9 o'clock. He was like, bet 9 o'clock. I got there at 8:55. I was telling him, I was like, the gate was locked. So I was just
maybe he came in the back.
That's what I said. Maybe he come around the back. 9:15. I called the nigga. Like on that jump. I'm like, dog, I'm at your shop. He was like, oh, you hype as shit. You're right. I'm out. Going Pacifico. I'm out of here.
Make this real easy on myself.
Yeah, shit crazy.
Yeah, just stay in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Just stay where you at. Yeah, my girl had a situation the other day. She it's her birthday last week, so she's making all these appointments, nails, hair, lashes, all this whole shit. So she's been going to the same lash person for the last 2 years or whatever, to the point where it's like you go to somebody long enough, y'all start to forge like a personal relationship.
Yeah.
So she goes to the lash girl or whatever. She show up 3 o'clock sharp. Keep in mind, where we live compared to where the shop is, she got to go to the trenches. Mm-hmm. So it's 45, 55 minutes just to even get there. But again, you lock in with people that do good service for you. You show the fuck up.
Did you know that the lashes go on individual?
Yes.
Like it's a lash at a time.
Yeah, my girl licensed esthetician now. Yeah, she
one hair at a time.
It should take up to 3 hours sometimes.
Bruh,
Yeah.
I thought it was just a strip.
Yeah, that shit is over with. If you getting strip lashes, you a dumbass bitch. At this point. It's like you want some bum shit. You know what I'm saying?
What happened to the strip lashes?
Listen, the same thing that happened to Remy, nigga. That's the same thing. Like,
I posted a picture recently. It was Remy Martin and Nicki Minaj all huddled up, and they both had pack hair. And I'm like, see what happened
in the good old days.
Bitches was getting yakky three.
It was great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You buy a bitch some bundles, you be $210. Now you get a chick hair done $1,800. Yeah, babe, I'm getting my hair done this week. What you getting? A lace front install. How much is that? $1,887.
Leva's like, she's about to get a unit that was like $2,200. She was saying the other day, and I'm like an air conditioning unit? She was like,
Central air unit? Industrial?
You get an engine block, bitch? She was like, no, like a unit. Yeah.
So she pops up at the joint or whatever. She at the door. She calling like, hey, I'm here. They like, you weird. They like, who is this? She like, it's, her name's like, it's so-so. They like, yeah, we don't have you down for an appointment. She's like, well, I made an appointment 3 weeks ago. They like, oh, well, yeah, we changed our booking site. So, yeah, we don't have you in. She's like, what does that have to do with, like, what does that have to do with me?
Right.
Like, y'all changed y'all booking site. Well, yeah, we posted it on IG. And that's another thing that nigger business do. Nigga business think if we posted on social media, everybody
seen this.
Listen, nigger business out there. I'm going to give you some tips. There has been studies done that proves from third-party organizations, Harvard studies, University of California, all kind of shit. At most, 12% of the people that are actually following you will see a given social media post. Mm-hmm. At most.
Dog, with our last show, people were hitting me like, damn, why you tell me about this jump?
Somebody hit me and say, yo, I had no idea y'all was having this show. The algorithm fucked me around. I'm like, yo, we promoted this shit for 7 weeks. Yeah. Like people just literally are not seeing certain shit. And so it's like, yo, just because you posted it on IG, that doesn't mean anything. Did you send out an email blast? Did you send out a text blast? Did you personally contact everybody in your business Rolodex? Mm-hmm. If not, then you can't assume that everybody's seen it. So not only is she here and they're not honoring an appointment, she paid a deposit. So y'all have my money. And so then it turns into like a whole argument because it's like, yo, I made this appointment 3 weeks ago. I'm here. I paid my money. I did everything that I need to do as a customer. And somehow, some way, y'all still trying to find a way to blame me for y'all fucking up. Mm-hmm. And then it just went on and turned into a whole other thing. And I'm just like, yo. So basically, we've reached a point in entrepreneurship where we basically gone from 6 to 12% of the population being some form of entrepreneur in the last 2 years of the pandemic. And what you have is a lot of people that don't understand business ethics, customer service, marketing, employee management, and all of that shit that are in charge of 1, businesses, 2, money, and 3, employees, other people. So whatever business ethics exists at the top of a business are going to trickle down to the bottom. So if you're a bullshit leader, you're going to have a bullshit staff, you're going to end up with a bullshit customer base, or your customers are just going to leave you because they tired of the bullshit.
Right.
So what ends up happening is it's like it turns into all of this, like her interaction turns into all of this finger pointing when it's like, what happened to the customer is always
what
right.
happened to, you're absolutely right, miss.
We fucked up. Yeah. Come tomorrow. I'm going to be here anyway. I'm doing some other people's shit, and I'm a comp your appointment, like, or I'm a 50% off your. How does that turn into? Well, I mean, do you want your shit done? Because like, you could come another. It's like that sort of thing. It's like, yo, we've reached a point in business where I gotta kiss your ass to give you my money,
bruh.
Hit all of it. All of this shit together. It's like,
yeah.
It's to number one, to be a business owner is a privilege. Me and Matt are in a privileged position to be able to be controllers of our own destiny as it relates to this one particular thing that we do. Mm-hmm. We talk to every fucking body. Anybody, people, I've had people hit me up from Detroit, from California, from fucking Hawaii, from South Africa, from fucking London. I got people on Twitter that I follow from London. We talk every day because they got turned on to the podcast and we engage with our fucking audience. And every single week we come here and do this show, God bless you, and say, y'all are the best part of what we do. We appreciate y'all. And guess what? The majority of the content we're giving out is fucking free. Yeah. And we still make it a point to thank y'all. Because y'all could just go elsewhere, listen to something else, engage in something else. Like,
go shoot shit up like everybody else.
Whatever. Y'all could do anything. Y'all could just do nothing. Y'all could just be like, you know what? Fuck podcasts. I quit. I'm not listening to none of this shit. I'm going to go fucking live on a farm, listen to Garth Brooks. Like, whatever it may be. So for people that are in a position to be literally charging motherfuckers a fee for service, like big money too. Yeah. $135, $180, $400, $2,200.
I'm like, you can get a 26,000 BTU for 22.
You can fucking you can cool or heat 4,000 square feet for that type of money. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like we've gotten to the point where people just don't respect or understand the power of the dollar or know that you're in a privileged position to even have customers that are willing to come to you and give you their bread.
I've seen this a lot though recently. Like,
yes.
When it comes to like hairdressers, makeup girls, the lash technicians, lash bars and all that bullshit. And I remember seeing it on Twitter, It was a girl, she was basically had a thread about how the hair business has like dwindled down to literally like, you almost gotta like beg the bitch to do your hair. Mm-hmm. And it's cause my mom, God rest her, she used to go to Nanette. All black women had an older woman named Nanette. She used to go out to Nanette out West Philly, and it wasn't that energy. Like I remember I used to go there with her, and like, Nanette would be happy to have you.
Yeah, it would be fun. Like,
you want something to drink, you want something to eat,
I got my hair cut in a unisex salon until I was about 15, and it was like older women, younger women, guys my age, late teens, early teens, late teens, shit like that. And then like the older guys and all of that shit. And it was just like, it was like a cool, fun environment. And it never was a thing where it's like, I got to beg, borrow, or steal to get an appointment. Now I might got to wait. I might got to wait all day sometimes, but we going to get you. You a regular, cool. We going to get you in. Yeah. Like we going to find a way to make a way. And now,
in a weird way though, like the barber shit has gone like that too. To where it's like, it's a whole lot of like, yo, can you please cut my, instead of just, remember the old, yo, who cutting? Can I get a cut? Like you go, I remember going to a shop, yo, that's my man, da-da-da-da. Okay, yeah, you next up, or after I get him, da-da. And now it's like, you got to be on when the times release at 10 in the morning, it's like sneakers. Right. That shit is crazy as fuck. But I see it real bad when it comes to like that side of the world, the hair, the lashes, the makeup, all that.
It's rough, man.
I've seen things where girls are literally like, your deposit needs to be this, the rest of your payment needs to be that. I saw one the other day, girl was like, you got to pay in cash. Once you show up, you cannot leave the salon. I'm like, that's kidnapping. That's kidnapping.
That's grand larceny and kidnapping. That makes it a Fed case.
Yeah,
Y'all bordering on a RICO just to fucking get y'all money. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas don't want to file taxes for nothing. So now with the Byron policy, with the new IRS shit, where anything the banks told them eat shit, but the fucking apps and all of that, they acquiesce to it and say, all right, cool, we'll do the reporting on the $600 transaction and blah blah blah. So now that's a fucking thing. So now none of the vendors want to accept fucking PayPal, Cash App, Apple Pay transactions for these larger, more expensive services because they gonna have to pay their fair share of taxes on shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yo, how about I don't give if people are trying to give me their money, I don't give a fuck how they doing it. Give me the money. We gonna figure it out later. And when the beauty of having a business is you get to write off everything. Right. So it's just like, yeah, it's more reporting for the agency or the app than it is for you, for real. Because it's like, if we run a lot of our business through PayPal, we can consolidate that through QuickBooks, fucking export it, send it to an accountant, and then they can do all of our taxes with minimal involvement from us based upon, okay, well, what's this? You sent this out here. What's this? Blah, 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 blah. Because it's all on a month-to-month basis. So we explain the 12 months out of the year, it's done. They file the fucking taxes. All right, cool. You owe this or you even or blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not that fucking hard. Right. So it's like, it's not even no extra sweat off y'all back and y'all still ducking the IRS. Right. Like, it's just nonsense. And it's like, y'all customers are having to pay the price for your bad business ethics and your bad business model. And eventually people will get tired of that shit.
Yeah, I didn't realize just how bad it was till I started really paying attention to these things. And she's, excuse me, I don't know why I'm so congested. She's had relative success when it came to going to hairdressers. There hasn't been too many horror stories, but I've seen some on Twitter where it's like, I hit the girl to get the braids and I sent the deposit the day of. The girl was in Miami and was like, oh, well, deposit's non-refundable. Right. What the fuck does this mean?
What does that mean? Listen, I just had last week, Monday. I was unavailable to record Monday because I know you got a swing on your new schedule, and you actually ended up being off last Monday.
Oh, get me started.
A whole nother story. But I had to go to Freeport, New York, to take my girl to get a fucking lace front install because nobody in Philly was either good enough or available to do the shit. And it's so much like hair salon politics, and then it's just like, well, yeah, I don't necessarily want to be around this group of people because they fucking weird and they gonna sit around and talk about this group of people. So then you also don't want to be over here in this shop.
I'm lying. We went to go get hair from a prominent hair place, and it was just like, we open at 10, you get there at 10:15, and it's just like, are they in like? Fuck being here for the day. Is there a business out of this?
Do you operate?
Like, this shit look abandoned. Like, then the girl pull up, but it's not the girl. And she like, oh, you got to wait for her. And it's just like, but we a customer. Like, why? I ain't got nothing to do. I don't know nothing about that. And it's like, you would have thought we were trying to buy crack. Like, if I walk up to a random, hey, you got some crack? And the crack dealer, like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Fuck you, the narc, nigga?
No, my man told me you had the crack. So I'm trying
to buy some.
That's how it felt.
About $80 worth of crack.
I want to buy some crack.
I have $80 cash money here in 5.
I was like, yo, do y'all sell hair or not? What the fuck? Like, that should be crazy, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of twisting arms and pulling teeth to do business with people nowadays, man. And eventually, people gonna get tired of that shit, man. There's a whole DIY community of people that have just learned to just do shit on their own because they just are opting out of going through all of the business bullshit and the business politics that people create. Yeah, we had a lot of business politics going on where we was, and I'm just like, after a while, just like, yeah, if this shit get like $1 more expensive, it ain't worth it to be here no more. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. And it's like, we got a bill that was 60% more than what we normally paid. No, I'm sorry. 120% more than what we normally paid. And I literally, down to the wire, that whole month, I was maximizing our time there. And I'm telling these two, like, yo, End of the month. We the fuck out of here. Well, I don't care what y'all doing on the 31st of the month. Be available. We gonna get this last couple of fucking hours of recording time out, and then we are striking it out on our own. And it took 3 shows on our own to get the sound right and get it all right. But now we in a groove. The hardest time to do something is the first time. Right. So the first, second, for us, it was the first, second, third time. But eventually we figured this shit out. Now it's on autopilot, so to speak. And it's so much more rewarding because now that money that we would have been paying them it could just go to the operation. It could go to paying for videography. It can go to fucking paying Raj for graphics. It can go to fucking marketing and all this other shit to where it's just like, you know where your money's going versus like, what the fuck did I just get for my $1,500?
Exactly.
So it's like that sort of shit.
Yeah, it amazes me at how people have businesses. And there are a lot of businesses. And people really do not want to market, promote.
You have to.
It isn't like people really. It's
not
think
optional.
I'm on the gram with it, so I'm on the gram and I got 2,200 followers and they fuck with me hard on the gram. I post a pic, I get 300 likes. So that's all I got to do when it comes to my business is just put it on the gram.
No, you can't.
And that ain't it, y'all.
And here's the thing. You could be absolutely great at what you're doing, and it still doesn't matter if you're just trying to solely focus all your marketing efforts on organic social media marketing. When I say organic, what I mean is you post something and then it goes where it goes. Mm-hmm. You're not doing nothing to boost that post, to manipulate it, to send it here, there, or there. There's no demographics attached to it, none of that shit. So after that initial 12-hour organic period wears off, it's like, well, what happens with that? That still can be a viable or a compelling piece of marketing. What do you do with it? So if you're not doing nothing additional, fucking sending people targeted messages, DMs. Me and Dan was up last night. What was you doing, Dan? Email fucking putting the email list together. Blast. Dan like, yo, don't you got the emails from Vanity Grand? Cool. Put that, merge that through da-da-da-da-da. So now we got a fucking tri-merged email list because I had 9,000 emails from Vanity Grand plus the fucking data from the RSS feed. So now all of that's converged all into one fucking place to where now with the tour, shout out to the tour, we can push out tour emails every week to fucking market the fucking tour. Even if we lose 3, 5, 7% of people on the email blast because they like, what the fuck am I receiving this? So what? You still got 8, 7, 6,000 people receiving the fucking message. So you can't just sit back and rest on your laurels and just do regular organic marketing. Like, the expense and the cost for marketing has shrunk so much in the last 10 years. There's no reason for nobody that has a business to not be paying for true. Some form of marketing. True shit.
I used to think to like marketing had to have like no pun intended, like that marketing plan was me guy. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, no pun intended. But that's what I always thought. I thought you had to have like Gina from Martin, right? Or like, cause remember she was VP of Martin, like,
motherfucking Marcus Graham, Marcus Graham from Boomerang,
right? Like you had to bring in like a guy,
the big dog. We gotta bring in the big guns for this one. It's gotta work. Yeah, it's gotta connect, and it's like, nah, man. Like you can be on SEPTA buses for not that much money. You can fucking put your own billboard up, stationary that stays there. $1,500 a month in certain locations. Some locations is 7. Some Jones, if you buy 3, we'll throw you one. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got one in down the Badlands too. We'll throw you this one if you pay full price for the other 3.
You find a nigga that's
and you stay there until you get bumped off.
Exactly.
Right.
You might get an extra money too.
Yeah, you find a nigga who's on LSD and give him one of them little signs.
Nigga.
Them little signs, if you spinning it, niggas be out there all day with that shit.
Straight up. Like right now, we got a billboard campaign running in 3 cities. New York City, it all activated today, simultaneously. New York City, Charlotte. We got 4 billboards, digital billboards up in Charlotte. We got 2 up in Atlanta on I-75 and 85. If y'all see them, they on both sides, coming and going. Yeah. If y'all see them, snap a picture of it, tag us and shit. Like we have to promote. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
young niggas throwing up billboards in other cities like we might be BMF.
You know what I'm saying? And I programmed all of that shit through my phone and this fucking computer right here. I sat with Dan last night on one phone with Raj on the text and fucking got all this shit together, changed this, the dimensions for this is wrong, fix this, boom, 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 boom. We got 3 different fucking setups with 3 different sets of billboards running in 3 major cities up and down the fucking East Coast. Like that. You know what I'm saying? And for not a lot of money. But with that being said, it's just like, yo, you have to go the extra mile. In order to make your shit viable and make your shit real, you absolutely fucking have to. Dan, who's the girl that do the esthetician shit and all that put the billboard up on 76?
Damn, Deja.
Deja put that motherfucking billboard up. That shit turned into a fucking landmark. Everybody in their mind's like, yo, look at Deja billboard. Like, motherfuckers is going, like, trying to get the best angle. Like I'm saying, because that's a whole nother thing. When you invest in marketing your business, it creates a whole nother wave of organic marketing for free because people that know you see it, recognize it, and promote it for you.
Yeah, Steve was like, we gotta go do a drone shot standing up on the billboard. John, I'm like, slow down. I'm not going up there. Like,
no, what we can do is,
drone.
yeah, we can get in front of the green screen and have Rod superimpose us up there.
No, Steve got one of them crazy drones. He got the army drone.
Oh,
yeah. He got like an $8,000 drone. This shit is crazy as fuck.
That's nuts.
But he was like, yeah, no, y'all get up there. We can do the starter from the bottom, John. I'm like, no. We are not doing that.
From the bottom, Joe.
Like, yo, not trying to be funny. I don't think you realize how high them billboards be and how big they are. Them shits are gigantic.
That
dog.
shit ain't no joke.
It's
man.
like 70 feet just to get to the ladder.
Yeah.
Like to the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah, and I don't want no smoke. I'm definitely afraid of heights.
Are you?
Definitely.
Oh, wow. I never knew that.
Yes, it's bad.
Damn.
It's bad. And I be staying in all these hotels.
We don't
these
have them
super high
conversations,
floors.
like fears and shit.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely afraid of heights.
But you stay in high hotels, though.
Hey, listen, I don't want no balcony. Don't give me no balcony, though. I'm just at the glass like this. I don't want no motherfucking balcony. Give me the panoramic view with the windows. I don't want the balcony, though.
Yeah,
Fuck
heights
no.
don't bother me at all, really. But you fly.
Bruh. Even when I was a kid, like I was definitely afraid of heights, but I would still get on roller coasters because like in a vacuum, a roller coaster is 12, 15, 18 seconds. So it's like, all right, whatever is going on, whatever pinnacle of height that I'm reaching, I'm not staying there. I'm in constant motion. Okay. So I could deal with that because I don't ever get motion sickness. So I can deal with that. But being stationary somewhere, like when I went to, I think it was Vegas the last time I went, I got on the fucking, this big ass Ferris wheel that they got.
Okay.
The joint that they lock you in and they got the liquor in the cars and all that shit. And I was like quivering. And my girl's like, yo, relax, pussy. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm just like, yo.
Yeah, I don't like Ferris wheels. Just it's not even a height thing, it's a weight thing.
Got you.
Like I don't feel comfortable being in some shit like that. Cause it feels cheap.
Yeah, I was on there with the Dominicans. They had the fucking Gucci loafers on with the super tight ass ankle pants and shit. They was having a good old time. They like this and shit. I'm like, yo, chill the fuck out. Like you rocking this bitch. Cause all I think about is like fucking Beverly Hills Cop 3 when the motherfucking Ferris wheel cars is falling down to the ground. Like, yo, that's gonna be me, yo.
Yeah, the biggest thing with a Ferris wheel is because they have to stop it to get people out.
Exactly.
So when you're at the top and they have to stop it,
shit don't feel good.
Yeah, you just sitting there.
But you know, after like the shit went around probably 3 times. After like the first revolution, I was like, all right, cool, I'm safe. Like, cause that's my whole thing is safety. Like,
that's my biggest joint. It's not heights. It's like, you know that shit at Atlantic City where they shoot you off, the big rubber band thing. It's like, that seems cool, but it's like I'm looking at the guy who's operating it, and he's smoking a cigarette, and it's like
drinking Jim Beam.
What if he pressed the wrong button or something? He got a mullet. Like, you know them carnival shits be going in and out of town.
Yeah.
You know they pack that shit up and go to the next town, and they be like drug addicts and every fucking thing else. I hate the stereotype, but it's like,
but it's true.
Yeah.
They the only ones that can stay awake.
Yeah.
Gotta get that crystal meth up in you. Fucking, you gotta operate. What's the joint when you go in the zero gravity shit?
Oh, the gravitron.
Yeah, the gravitron. Man, you gotta be on some heavy drugs to operate one of them motherfuckers.
Yo, it's crazy looking back on the shit we used to do because the gravitron wasn't like a real thing. It was literally just a machine that spun in a circle.
Yeah, it just pushed you back.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
you would get in there and you would literally just lay on that little bobsled and spin the fuck around. That was a good ass time back in the day. I remember Earling off of the gravitron back in the day. That's good times. I don't know if I got any real fears. Yeah. Like, I'm definitely not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid of like no animals or no shit like that. I mean, granted, I don't want to deal with no lion. But
what about snakes?
Nah, I actually had a snake back then.
Oh, okay.
We had a snake in the house, like a pet snake and a little. I was about to say an orangutan.
When I was younger,
I
kind of when I was younger, I had kind of like a fear of spiders and shit. I'm over it now. I'm just like I'm mad. I'm mad bigger than you, yo. Like I'll just like if worse come to worse, I'll just crush you.
Yeah, spiders don't bother me.
I'm still scared of mice.
Yeah, I don't be around enough mice. To
I'm
just,
like the mother on Tom and Jerry.
I remember my man had some bold ass mice back in the day. The mice used to walk, and I used to think that was crazy.
Oh, they just coming through the crib.
Like, cause you know, mice kind of scurry.
Yeah.
And like the mouse would like just walk across.
Yeah, I know
the
where
floor.
it's at, nigga. I be out your hair. I know I can smell the popcorn. I can smell the popcorn.
Who is this nigga? It's a
He
me.
and our shit.
Fuck his boy. Like, yeah. I do have a fear of white kids. Like I don't like being around white children.
I'm taking you ain't had your sensitivity.
Nah, that shit is real. I'll never forget, I was driving the 60, I was at the end of the line, and this guy pulled up in a van, him and his son. He's like, hey, excuse me, sir, do you mind if I bother you for a quick second? I'm like, what's going on? He was like, yeah, my son, man, he loves buses. He's infatuated with buses. We're visiting from some far out white region. They were somewhere. Yeah. But he was like, yeah, my
Tacoma,
son.
Washington.
He's like, my son loves buses, man. That's his, he just loves it. Do you mind if he gets on the bus and looks around and maybe sit in the driver's seat? Maybe I can get some pictures with him. I'm like, whatever. Listen, I leave in 9 minutes. All right? I'm going to finish this case of
Right, you got 7.5.
Yeah, I'll do whatever the fuck you want. And this little white boy guy, he had the time of his life, he was blowing the horn and hitting a little air brake jump. I'm like, oh, he about to start. I'm like, oh, calm the fuck down. And then they got off. He's like, oh, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He's like, you mind if he gets a picture with you? I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's where we draw the line.
We're not doing that. He's like, oh, come on, man, please. I'm like, no. I'm like, I am not taking pictures with this white boy. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm putting my hoof down. I'm like, no.
This white boy.
Like, about to have me on the internet with these little boys. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on. But it sparked my man back in the day. He was white. I had a white friend back in the day. And he got this white girl pregnant. He was dating her. They was white.
Okay.
And
white couple.
Yeah, and then she got pregnant, so you know the baby was white. And we were cool as shit. And he was like, yo, man, if I actually be my son's godfather, would you? And I was like, nah.
Absolutely not.
You know? And he's like, no, I'm serious. And I'm like, nah, I couldn't just because, you know, he's white. And he was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm like, no, here's the thing. Being a godfather is serious. If something happens to you, I now have to
assume responsibility for this white baby.
And now, you know how many questions I'm going to have to answer with this white boy? Like, that's going to be a lot of questions.
That shit going to be more intense than the customs form they make you fill out when you come back from a foreign country.
And he was like, bro, I make you my son's godfather and, like, legally, like, put you on the insurance shit for my, like, something happens to me, you're serious. I'm like, I would, yes, put him, where do you take them to the people?
Child Protective Services?
Like one of them agencies or something. I'm like, you know, he's like, he was like, you'd really make my son an orphan. I'm like, here's the thing. People look at being an orphan like your life is over. Look at Batman. That motherfucker achieved all kinds of shit.
Like, I don't know if you've seen Annie.
But he's doing perfectly fine, him and the white boy.
Okay, well, congratulations to him on not dying.
Yeah, but I just kids in general, I'm not really a fan of. I don't
like
know if
all kids or other people's kids. Like,
I don't have a kid.
No,
so,
all right. So I don't have any kids either, but there are some kids that are like they come in my atmosphere. There are other people that I care about.
I have two nieces, or how do you say niece plurally? Nieces?
Nisai.
Right. I have those Nisai. Nice. Yeah.
Too nice.
Yeah. Too nice.
Too nice.
Yeah.
Too nice.
But they're cool. They're, you know, my Linda,
yeah.
she's great. But it's like, you know, who's coming to get her?
It's time to go home.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. You know what I'm saying? We doing adult things.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if you know, but at 11:01, it's Mr. Nasty time around here, and it's not age appropriate for the.
Like we're supposed to go to the car show this weekend. My homie, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring my son. My man gonna bring his son because we going. And I'm like, is your son like cool? And he was like, what the fuck are you talking?
Like? Does he have good vibes?
Like is he cool? Like is he all right? Like he not like a dickhead.
He's like a young nut ass.
Like he's not a nut ass young boy. Exactly. I ain't no nut ass young boy.
I mean, I would hate this. I'm committing 3 hours to this little nigga.
Like, you know, I don't really just get down with the young boy. Like, you know, it's just not. Some people really like kids. They really. You ever hear people like, I knew I wanted to be a mother. I knew I wanted to be a father and this and the third. And I, you know, if the time comes, I'm not gonna run away. I'm gonna with all my heart. I'm a pet parent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I take that serious. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Kids just, they ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I got a fear. And then also another thing too, I'm very, very, what's the word when you feel like big next to something? Like I feel gargantuan.
Got it. Like gigantism.
Like my hands are big. I'm a big person.
Afraid you might hurt the.
Right. Yeah. And I've seen, you know, people have like fallen asleep with their babies in the bed and like killed the baby and shit. Like I know I get to tossing and turning and moving around and I would hate to, you know, so that shit just always like, ugh.
Totally legitimate.
Like I just kid. And then you gotta like, again, you know, not hating or talking shit. People be out here with kids and really, they don't know CPR. They don't have no, you know, critical thinking skills. No. And my thing is, like Dan ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? Right. So Dan know not to put a tack in his mouth. A little kid will eat a tack.
A box of them.
And then you got to figure that out. Like, oh, how we stop this and that. And I don't want to do it. So that's my biggest thing. I just have like a fear of being responsible for a kid.
You got no rebuttal from me.
Like, you know, when my sister be like, hey, can you watch your niece? You know what I be like? Let me see what Lee doing. I'm going to call you right back. I be scared to death, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Gotta make sure I got backup.
Yeah, let me make sure the team is set for what we going to be doing.
What's your evening looking like?
Yeah,
around 7.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not afraid of heights. Kids, though, yeah.
So, real quick, wrapping up that fabulous 41-minute intro of nothing whatsoever.
Good banter and great laughs.
Yes. TRPE presents the tour. Kicks off Sunday, April 3rd in Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to be at Owl 5. Super dope, legitimate venue. You got a Maxo Cream tour coming there. Lil Scrappy just performed there. Bunch of different shit. So it's like we're in legitimate venues around the country. So real quick, we're gonna run the tour down. So Sunday, April 3rd, Owl 5 in Atlanta. We got that show. Tickets are available for everything at officialtrpe.com. Click the tour tab. Scroll down. Go to your respondent city. Second date, Sunday, April 10th, New York City. The Knitting Factory. We potentially have 2 shows scheduled there depending on the response and how fast we sell out of the first one. We already got the first early show on sale now. If it sells out and there's a lot of demand, we'll add a second evening show. We're going to be announcing special guests for that show coming up in the next week or so. So that's New York. Following show, Saturday. Great day. Saturday, April 23rd, Charlotte, North Carolina. We need the whole Carolinas to pull up to this event. Lower Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. We need y'all in the building, man. We calling y'all out. We need y'all to pull up for us. Again, like we said, we got billboards running and everything just to let people know far in advance, 60 days in advance. TRP is coming through to Charlotte. That one's at Stage Door Theater. Again, tickets on sale at officialtrpe.com. Click the tour tab, select Charlotte. Grab y'all tickets for that. The following show potentially is going to be DC May 14th or 15th. That's going to be Big Dan birthday celebration. We're going to be rapping. We're going to be wrapping that all up together in one nice bow. So we're going to get y'all a live pod, after party, and everything. Shout out my OG Lou Bush from DC, connecting a bunch of dots for me down there in that market so that we can make that show a reality because DC is fucked around. Right. Like DC, they done took the chocolate out of Chocolate City, yo. Like that shit is the fuck whitewashed like a motherfucker, yo. Like, and you talk about barriers to entry as far as doing business. My goodness, it's rough down there. So DC is a little bit different market, different place. You got to know the rules of engagement. I'm plugged in with the right people down there. We're going to get that DC thing done. It's going to be May 14th or 15th, Dan birthday, live pod. And we got some phenomenal. I told Dan some of the potential guests yesterday. I tell you off air, phenomenal guests for the DC show. So that's going to be the one. Following that. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 shows. Number 5, Sunday, May 22nd. The Crown at the Queen Theater, Wilmington, Delaware. That's going to be the final show of the tour, barring something get added, something different come along, blah, blah, blah. That's going to be the 5th and final show. We still toying with the idea of adding a Philly show, but I don't want people to get too Philly wrapped up and ignore the rest of the tour. So we'll figure that out. But the final show, Sunday, May 22nd, that's going to be featuring special guests, Church for the Wild podcast. There's Nerd at the Cool Table, Molly 62nd Street, and that whole crew right there, local Delaware action. So we're doing that co-branded show with them. So that's going to be the one that's going to close the tour out. So again, tickets on sale now, official TRPE.com. Again, we got billboards running in New York City, Times Square, Atlanta, Georgia on I-75 and 85, and in Charlotte on 4 different highways that are literally, I'll show you the performance numbers. They're kicking ass right now. So, we're doing everything we need to do to push to get the word out there, to get these shows sold out well in advance, because we don't want to wait till last minute. People forget. People don't see stuff, whatever.
Right.
We want this to be a priority and experience. We're going to have a dope-ass time. We're going to basically have an after party in every city. That'll be announced once we get all of the, the proper ticket sales levels and all of that done for everywhere. But so far, I want to just say shout out and thank you to our top 1% of our fan base, the people that literally buy tickets to everything, come to everything, even if they can't attend. That's Jules, that's my man Mo, that's Dre Ali, that's Marv, Brad Diddy,
Cephas sisters,
the Cephas sisters, Kev,
Dunbar. Who else is just all
Deke,
for
Sachi,
sure.
Slap, Juanita, Toya. Who else is just always the fuck around? C. Ross,
Sasha,
Keisha, Corey.
Corey called me. He apologized. he said, I listened to that shit. It was really bad, man. He said, but furthermore, I was really playing security because I was trying to hold Keisha back from coming on stage.
Yeah.
I was trying to hold Keisha. Gunna,
Steph, my sister.
News,
C-Tez.
my man Kelvin from Delaware.
I don't know why I'm drawing so much blanks. I'm like picturing the crowd.
Kimba.
Yeah.
Just so many people, man, that literally like
Tat. Dre.
Black, the whole One Fam Radio.
Shit, Jared. It's a lot of people. I'm just like drawing nigger blanks. You know what I'm saying?
If you remember throughout the show, we'll throw
Right.
them out there. But we want to give special recognition to the people that.
Oh, and shout out to my one fan that came up to me at the live show. I'm getting somewhere.
Going places.
I'm gaining ground.
What Ben Stiller say? He said you've gone up one notch in my book.
Yeah,
you are now at
have one
notch.
notch.
You are now
Yeah,
at notch one.
Now have one notch. What movie was that? Is that Dodgeball?
Dodgeball.
Yeah.
You've gained some respect in my book. You've gone up one notch. You are now at notch one.
He said, "No one makes me bleed my own blood." Michelle, nigga, pull up.
I told you we need another run of them dumbass movies.
Them dumbass movies was great. I was watching 40-Year-Old Virgin the other day, cracking up like I'd never seen that
The
shit.
Kevin Hart, Romani
I
Malcolm
think the
scene.
world too sensitive for them joints.
Yeah, the world can't take them.
Yeah, they be protesting them joints.
No.
From the trailer, they be protesting.
No. Some of the movies.
They had a movie in theaters, Zach and Miri Make a Porno.
Yeah.
That shit was in regular theaters. And it wasn't NC-17, and that was a regular rated R comedy.
Remember Talladega Nights? The room is spinning because of gayness. Oh, that Talladega Nights was great. You know he's the boy John C. Reilly. Cal from Talladega Nights. He's Jerry Buss in the new Lakers show.
series.
Yeah. And he looks just like him too. That shit is crazy. I'm anxious to see that. Anything else on the
So again, tour is on sale now. We had some good traction through week one. We need more traction going forward. We want to get these shows sold out, get these after parties announced, and these installs and all this other stuff with Crown Royal and NGTV and all this other cool shit that we're trying to do. But it starts with the ticket sales. So we got 4 out of the 5 shows on sale right now. DC show going to be announced real soon, hopefully by this same time next week. Get the DC show announced, Dan's birthday, all that cool shit. With our special guest, we're going to make one big-ass announcement for DC all in one shot. And, Yeah, man. Other than that, yo, thank y'all for everybody that's bought tickets already. If you haven't, if you're still trying to figure out your plans or whatever the heck you're doing, figure it out. Get your tickets.
Right.
I'm begging you. I am begging you. This is basically like a make or break moment for us. So, I know a lot of people are invested in the show. There's people that hit me up from other markets, from Cali, from Dallas, from Houston and shit like that. Like, well, damn, how come y'all ain't? We got y'all.
Right.
Like, that's being pieced together, but it's just like we kind of got to control our region first, and then we can start moving out. Like this tour, essentially, I'm going to just be real transparent now and tell y'all the conversation that me and Dan had and me and Matt had. Basically, like, this is a make or break moment for us. Like, we could go on the tour, completely fail, come back and just do the show again. Cool. But we would be knowing every time we come to record that we failed on the fucking tour. Yeah. And that...
Like New Edition getting dropped back off in the project.
Exactly. Like,
although they had some success.
Yeah. They made money.
Yeah.
They just didn't leave with it.
They generated
They generated money for everybody made money except New Edition. But this shit is on us.
Niggas, we about to pull up. Get your shit.
But this shit is on us. You know what I'm saying? And because, we talk about DIY, being independent, self-funding, doing it on your own, blah, blah, blah. So we are doing it on our own. We have our own tour manager. Shout out my man Maul, Veli. Follow him on IG at Veli _Veli. Follow at Veli Brand. He's a big deal. He's on the road right now touring with one of his artists, Cochise. He also manages Capella Gray and like BFB the Pac-Man and shit like that. So it's like it's people that haven't really like fucked with certain things that are doing favors for us,
right,
in order to facilitate this and make it happen because they believe in us, they believe in our audience, and the numbers substantiate that we should do this.
Right.
And we're not even going out on no crazy limb like, oh, we're going to be at a motherfucking Howard Theater, 1,900 people. Yeah, it's like Sony Playhouse, whatever the fuck that joint is in Manhattan and shit like that. Like, no, we're going to respectable size venues that give us an opportunity to come on the road, touch all of the people that care, the top fucking 10, 12, 15% of our fan base, be in an intimate space where everybody gets to experience this shit, and then we'll come back around and we'll do some of them bigger venues. But this is a big, important make or break for us because all of the media, all of the fan interactions, tour reviews, all of that shit is going to create an environment where we're really able to scale this thing and take it to the next fucking level.
That's the motherfucking goal.
And it all starts with y'all. So again, I am begging you. If I've never asked you for anything, I'm asking for your grace and your support today. Buy a tour ticket, buy 2, buy 4, whatever the case may be, whatever you can spare.
I don't care if y'all just buy out Charlotte and don't come. We'll talk to the
we'll
7
talk
people.
To the yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just cop up.
Yeah.
Just cop up. And here's the thing. Financially, there's not a lot of meat on the bone on some of these shows for us. But again, it's about y'all. It's about us coming into these different environments in a controlled environment to where financially it ain't going to kill us. It ain't going to hurt us if we don't sell out or whatever. We would like to sell out. We think we should be able to sell out. We mapped out this tour very strategically. But on the same token, it's about getting on the road, getting that experience, getting in front of people and capturing it and showing these bigger companies, look what our audience means to us and what we mean to them.
Right.
So I'm begging you, please.
Yeah.
Baby, please. Buy tour tickets. Thank you.
I'm also begging, but I'm
a lot more cool with it.
I'm above that begging.
I am groveling from the rip. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you see any of the billboards up, make sure y'all snap a photo, tag us, put it on IG story, whatever. We'll repost the shit. Let us know.
Safely. Don't crash your bricks.
Please don't smash out.
Yeah, don't crash the LeBaron.
Yeah, we will not pay a deductible.
No, you know what I'm saying?
We will not pay a deductible.
But if you get a picture, let us know.
Yeah, so Atlanta, Charlotte, and then Times Square billboards are running. The Jones and Charlotte are going absolutely batshit crazy. It's going to blow your mind when I show you this one Joe where how the shit is performing. And then anybody out there that has a business that's in the TRP Nation, if you are on Patreon, send me a message on Patreon. I will give you the full game on how to run these digital billboards for free. I will give you that information for free as a give back to y'all. So more free game on how to step your shit up and take your business to the next level.
There it is.
For the free ski. Patreon only though.
Do you want to talk about your trip?
I would love to.
Okay.
Went to. I love that one.
We don't have any Mexican.
We don't have any bachata.
Yeah.
Went to.
Bailamos.
So it was my lady's birthday on the 24th, 25th birthday, and it was my goal as the man in her life, somebody that looks out for her, takes care of her, is steering her life in the right direction. It was important for me to give her a different type of experience than anything she's experienced to this date. So I said, cool. We've been in the fucking Caribbean, been to Jamaica, been in the Bahamas, hated the Bahamas. I still got smoke for the Bahamas. Never coming back there. Been to Mexico, they all over the United States and all of that shit. I'm like, damn, I need to give this beautiful young woman a different type of experience, something foreign to what we've done, already so far. So I said, yo, let me start looking to locations in Europe. So I looked at London. Cold as shit. Not going to London. Looked at
that, and you might get hit with a rocket launcher.
That doesn't help either. Yeah. So I looked at London. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Looked at Paris. Little cliche, whatever. I'm like, oh,
or is it Paris where you'll get hit with the rocket launcher? One of them.
All of that shit is bad right now. So I started.
But one of them, as soon as you come off the plane, like when you land.
Yeah, no, there's some gangsters in London.
Yeah,
don't get it fucked up. Shout out to TRPE London. There's some gangsters over that joint. The gentleman that designed this shirt,
from over there
and shit. Bradley. Shout out Bradley. So I'm looking for different places. So I started looking. I'm like, damn, what about Spain? I'm like, damn, a couple of my homies went to Spain. They say they had a great time. One went to Ibiza. One went to Madrid. Mm-hmm. I'm just like looking. So I'm looking like, yo, I'm comparing like Ibiza, Madrid, and Barcelona all together. Like, all right, well, what's the benefits, this, and this? Because this time of the year is quote unquote low season for Spain for tourism because it's between 55 to 65 degrees pretty much every day.
One of my poker homies told me Madrid, Spain is like his favorite place to go, but he does a lot of cocaine.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So there's that.
Take that lightly.
Yeah. So I'm like, Madrid is more inland, like central Spain. Barcelona piqued my interest because they have the coastlines and the ports and all of that shit. And it's kind of like a transient, like a beach city. So it's kind of like Virginia Beach, kind of, but in Spain or whatever the case may be.
No Teddy Riley.
Exactly, right. Exactly. No Teddy Riley, just Ozuna and Bad Bunny.
Right.
Mad reggaeton artists and shit like that. So I was like, all right, cool. Barcelona it is. So, I booked the trip, whatever. She didn't know where we were going. I literally kept it a secret. All the way to the point we got to the airport. Flew out of Newark Airport, which, by the way, glorious fucking airport.
Newark is pretty
amazing, dope airport. And the people that work there aren't assholes, unlike the people at Philadelphia Airport.
Sounds about right.
Who are all assholes. But getting your whole experience at departing out of Philadelphia is asshole after asshole. The fucking gate check, the bag check agents on the curb, assholes. The people inside customer service, assholes. Security, assholes. The people actually that work for TSA, assholes. The people once you get through on the other side of TSA, assholes. The gate agents, assholes. Like, so it's just like when you fly out of Philly Airport, it's almost like, damn, are y'all mad I'm going somewhere? Like, why are y'all treating me like this?
I actually been like the last couple times I flew there, I had like zero.
And they give me smoke every time.
You're a smoke-inducing person.
Like, I don't know what it is.
I walked into the venue. I walked in. I told you I had my joint on me. It was like, oh, you performing? Come on in. And literally, I was in there, and Lee was like, yeah, I forgot how we got on it, but something like, yeah, because they checking like crazy the door, and I'm like, well, that ain't gonna matter to us. She was like, shit, Chad, his girl getting
she
was like, they was in his bed. They made him take his hat off.
Yeah, the whole shit.
Take your hat off, nigga.
It's something about me that made people like, check that nigga. Yeah. So flew out of Newark, beautiful. Flew United. Plane was nice enough. Had the fucking TV screen at the seat, the whole thing, whatever. So we fly over. We had an overnight flight. It was scheduled for 8 hours. Ended up only being 6.5. Okay. So that was smooth. So whatever the fuck route that pilot took on the overnight was great. But I had a straight flight into Barcelona. Boom. Get there first thing in the morning, like 9 a.m. Got to clear customs, all this old shit, whatever. What I didn't know about Europe, that regular shit that we take for granted, like electricity, they use a whole different plug for their electricity.
Yeah.
that shit that we got in these walls here, they don't exist.
Right.
You have to get converters. So I had to go and find, like, my phone is dead. I'm in fucking Barcelona. I gotta go find like a fucking janky phone store or whatever, because there are no Apple stores. So find like a janky phone store, buy a phone joint, whatever, get my phone charged up. I'm in this random mall on was that Wednesday morning because my hotel wasn't ready to check in yet. And first thing I noticed after the electricity, these kids that's like don't go to school. It's like school is optional. Like they go to school, check in, and then they just leave and just go to the mall or go to the strip or whatever. Because it's like mad kids out like 9 in the morning.
Sort of like North Philly.
Exactly. With book bags on, but they just chilling, like eating crepes. Like at 10 in the morning on the corner. Like there's 14 of them. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, nobody's in school today. So they inside.
Now what, because it wasn't no holidays.
Fuck no. It's just it was Wednesday. Like so they like got field trips going on. Then you got the other kids that's clearly cutting. They just biding their time trying to figure out where I'm gonna go and fuck at. Like they haven't quite figured it out yet, the older ones. And so there was like a human bodies exhibit at one level of the mall. There was a Van Gogh exhibit at another level of the mall. Then they had like the movie theater and shit. But the third thing I noticed about Spain is nothing really gets going till like 2 in the afternoon. Like, everybody is just chilling. Like, oh, you open a business? Oh, yeah, it's 11 a.m.? Oh, yeah, I'm just getting here. Like, it's like that sort of thing. Like, but that's just, like, the culture of, like, Europe is, like, not as, like, uptight about, like, certain shit as, like, America. So, like...
I think it's one of them, either Denmark or one of them. You know they have, like, a 4-day work week?
Yeah.
Like, the whole country. Like, it's like a thing. Like, you don't work 5 off 2, you work 4 off 3.
Yeah, like in Spain, they still have siestas and shit. Like with businesses shut down for like 2-3 hours in like the middle of the day, and people go take naps, come back, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I had to go get some shut eye.
Yeah, like been dealing with you motherfuckers for an hour and a half.
Can I take your order?
It was like that sort of shit or whatever. But Barcelona itself, so from where I was staying to the airport, it's like a snap, literally 10-minute drive, whatever. So. Get in a cab, boom. There is no Uber over there. Okay. Even when you Uber, it's to a cab. They just connect you to a cab that's in the Uber network. But they don't have regular citizens driving and all that. So their cab union must be as strong as like Vegas and New York City. There is no fucking no Uber for regular motherfuckers just driving, earning money or whatever. Okay. So that was that. So the city itself, Barcelona, beautiful city. Street art is very, very prevalent. There is fucking graffiti or some form of street art on every shutter at everywhere you go. Like to the point where it's like, at first it's like kind of alarming because you're like, damn, like this beautiful ass city, like all of this fucking street art and shit, like what the fuck is going on? But it's everywhere. So it's just like part of like the culture of the city.
Did you go to the big thing? The cathedral, what is it called?
No, I didn't. I went to
the big one everybody always talks about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I did not go there.
Not the Coliseum.
Not the Coliseum. That's in Rome.
That's in Rome.
Go back to sleep.
Yo, he's the second person that brought up the Roman Coliseum in regards to Spain. They're like, oh, that shit over there somewhere.
I'm about to tell you it.
Yeah, so there's street art everywhere. The layout of Barcelona itself reminds me of like Boston or DC, where it's like, you know, it has like, you know, both cities have like a lot of roundabouts and like the way that the streets are designed and shit. And then it's like, all right, you go around this roundabout here and then there's like a port over here. So that like reminded me like directly of Boston. But then certain elements like the streets and all of that, and like they drive on the same side of the street as us, reminded me of like DC. So it's like a hybrid of like those two cities or whatever. And it's a pretty big city. Like certain shit that you're trying to get to, you might got to go 25 minutes this way, 20 minutes this way.
You never seen that?
Oh, the Gaudi Church? Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, no, I did not go there. Okay. I did a lot of touristy shit. That was not one of them. So Wednesday, you know, we was at the mall, fucking getting little personal effects, whatever, come back, check into the hotel. So we stayed at the Nobu in Barcelona. Beautiful fucking hotel. Amazing complex or whatever. They had the underground spa. They got the Nobu restaurant on the roof on the 23rd floor, full panoramic glass around the whole shit on the roof. Like, it was amazing. And they treated me literally like an ultra VIP the whole time I was there. I was already booked to stay in one of the Zen suites. They upgraded me to the Zen Sky Suite, which put me on the 20th floor in one of the penthouse levels or whatever. So we stayed in there. They outfitted the room, brought a bottle of champagne for her birthday. Like, it was just like super duper fucking fly, like movie shit, big ass room, like fucking 2,500 square feet, the fucking wooden soak tub, the bamboo fucking flooring in the shower, like just super player shit, like super P. And yeah, it was super P. But you know, when you're going, you gain 6 hours in time. Right. When you come back, you lose that same 6. Right. So in going, it's like, all right, I'm like pretty charged up, but my body is like, nigga, what time is it? Right. So we ended up between roaming around the city up until 2:30 when the hotel was finally functional and ready to open and all of that. We ended up crashing out first day, whatever, wake up 1 a.m, like, oh, what do we do? Nothing. Go back to sleep. So the next day, wake up, go to we went to the FC Barcelona stadium and the museum that they have there. Did that whole experience. That shit was dope. Got photos and everything like that. Toured the whole Coliseum, the whole stadium, top to bottom. Saw all of the fucking World Cup trophies and European Cup and all of that shit. Like, it was super duper fly. And my man Mo, shout out Mo, he's the biggest FC Barcelona fan in the world. And he's like, you gotta go to Club New. I'm like, I'm going tomorrow, dog. Like, so it was like that sort of thing. Like, it was like it's a big deal. Like, you know, football, soccer is everything to them over there. Like, they don't play like American football. They fuck with basketball somewhat, whatever. They've had some success in the Olympics and stuff like that. But for the most part, like,
a couple Spaniards in the Hall of Fame.
Football is football, soccer is their motherfucking thing. One thing I can say, just in general, just, you know, the tone of the people, very nice, very inviting. My broken Spanish was well received everywhere I went. I would hit people with the, hola, ¿cómo está? You speak English? And then that would like disarm them. And they'd be like, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or they would go find somebody that spoke English. But super nice people, inviting.
I'd love to go to a Spanish place and actually have to talk it.
Man, that shit was fun. Like, it was cool, man. And again, like, just super nice people. So yeah, we went to FC Barcelona. I got a whole fucking itinerary of what we did. But went to the FC Barcelona, John. We went to the shopping district or whatever. The shopping is terrible.
You're such a nerd. He really got a list of shit with check marks.
Yeah. What happened and what didn't happen. Then we went to this spot called shxt. So there's a club district in Barcelona. It's all on the water too. So I could see how summertime, spring break and shit, like spring break, they got a little pump coming. I'm like, damn, I might gotta come back see Lil Pump.
Lil Pump, okay.
So they got a Lil Pump coming.
Lil Pump is that you're such a fucking hoe. That's
exactly.
Okay.
So they got a Lil Pump
I
coming.
go with you. That song getting going.
You was judging me. You all in. Niggas like, so when is this?
That song getting going.
So they got a club district. It's a club called Opium. That's like a super big deal. They got clubs all over fucking Europe and shit. There's another one, I forget the name that was on the left, and then there's shxt. Shxt is basically like a combination of a restaurant on one side, a VIP lounge nightclub on the other side with a deck and all of the cool shit. So it's like, that shit was fly. So it's like basically like, you know, I made a dinner reservation and I got there like, oh, you want to do VIP? I'm like, yeah, it's my lady's birthday, whatever. I want to get a table. So they set us up with a fucking table. That shit was fly as fuck. So they brung dinner from the other side. So we ate dinner in the club, got drunk. Fucking, again, all of the servers, super nice, inviting people. We ended up being there till like 3-4 in the morning, was killed the next fucking day. Finally ended up waking up, went to at the Nobu, got massages, went to dinner at Nobu. That was Friday night. Yeah, because I already covered Thursday. So that was Thursday night was shxt and all that. So then Friday night, afternoon and evening, got massages, went to there, blah, blah, blah. Saturday, went and did a boat tour of like the inner harbor and all of that shit, like a 1-hour boat tour. One thing I can say, apparently, import-export is like a big-ass deal in Spain because they have these mega yachts lined up on one side of like they inner harbor and they ports and all of that shit. But then like the whole other side is shipping crates and containers. So, there's been this whole thing that's been explored in the last week because of Russia invading Ukraine, and a lot of it being because of one, NATO, and two, the presence of warm water controlled ports that exist in the Ukraine that are direct access to Russia, where they can be able to import, export all year round. Right. And that's very important for their gross domestic product and all of that shit, because it's like, all right, if you got to shut down the port for 4 or 5 months out of the year, that means you're not making no bread. So
or getting resources.
Or getting resources that you vitally need, and you're going to end up having to pay tooth to nail to get them flown in and all of that shit. So that's a whole nother economics lesson for another day. So Saturday, did the beach tour on a boat. Went to their sex museum. That was pretty cool. They had.
Is it like the one in New York?
It's even more advanced than that one.
The one in New York, I thought I was gonna walk into like. I thought it was gonna be fucking. I thought it was.
No, it's definitely sold to you in that manner.
And then you get in there and they're showing you like abortion tools from the 1800s. I'm like, this is not what I paid $14. I don't want to see this. This is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So yeah, we went to the sex museum. Then we went to. So that was pretty cool. That was at like an area that's kind of like a South Street or whatever, where it's like you got street vendors in the middle of the road on like cement or whatever, and then on each side you got different businesses, buildings that go all the way down the street and shit. So we went to the sex museum. That was pretty cool. They had like a big giant vagina seat and.
I thought you was about to say they had a big vagina you could walk through.
No, you could just sit in it.
Okay, that's cool.
That was like a 7-foot vagina you could sit in. That was pretty cool. And then we went to the ice bar shit. -20 degrees. You basically got to put on a fucking woolridge in order to go in, and gloves and a mask to go in. You drink your liquor or whatever, take your photos, get the fuck out of there. That shit is literally freezing. So we went to the ice bar, and then we went to dinner at this other spot called Nine Reinas on Saturday, which was basically like, I want to say it's like an Argentinian steakhouse or whatever like that. So that was pretty cool. Like they, do like charcuterie and grilled vegetables, a lot of stuff on the grill, shit like that. Like the food was very, very good. So that was cool. Only problem, they don't cook with like a lot of salt. Like, niggas need to taste their food. So you eat and you're like, fuck.
Somebody the other day was like the black urge to put salt on food you haven't tasted. I'm like, whoo, read everybody. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, so overall, I mean, like I said, we was there for, what was that, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so like 5 days, 4 nights or whatever like that. I had a good time, man. It was cool as fuck. Next time I go to Spain, I'm definitely going to Ibiza, and I'm going to go like when it's warm out, because Ibiza, compared to Barcelona, it's just like, it's hog wild out there. It ain't about shit except partying, getting lit. You wake up, get drunk. It's fucking an island. It's surrounded by water. It just happens to be fucking Spanish territory. So the same way people go like partying in the south of France and all of that shit in the summertime, same thing. Ibiza, all the drunk Brits and the people from the Saudi princes and from Dubai and all of that go to fucking Ibiza and turn up. So I'm definitely going to go back to Spain for that. Overall, I would get a trip probably like a B plus or whatever. The hotel stay and all of the staff and how amenable they were was dope enough. They kept the restaurant open late for me 2 nights, which is a Nobu restaurant. And they just like, oh yeah, you stand here. We'll keep it open late as you want, like on that type of time. So that was cool and fun. And, they pretty much anything that I needed, anything I was unsure on, they figured it out for me, brought just random shit to the room, whatever. And she had a good time, which is the most important part. So overall, like I said, I give it like a B plus, probably like a solid B, like an 85. It was very, very cool. But next time I go to Europe, if I'm not going like straight to Ibiza or some like party location, I think I want to go for like, how people go for like 2 weeks and just bounce around, because once you get over there, it's mad easy to get around. So it's like the hard part is getting to Europe. The easy part is once you're in Europe, you can get around very easily, limited paperwork and shit required. As long as you got a fucking passport, you could just jump around. So like a flight from Barcelona to Ibiza, $82. Like a direct flight to be able to go. Round trip too.
Word to Qatari Jules, they just lifted the quarantine in Qatar the other day. So now you don't need a quarantine. So he's like, yo, y'all can come right over and go straight. Like, I'll pick you up at the hotel.
Oh, that's fly.
Yeah.
Gotta go to Qatar.
I want to go for the World Cup. Like, I'm going to the Maldives, but I want to go to the World Cup, John, too. But he's like, I want y'all to come over here and do some content. Like, I'm gonna get y'all a studio set up. He's really taking his thing.
He's a producer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You see, he's mailing us a care package. He's like, I got some goodies here y'all gonna love. But he's like, I got the jersey that I want y'all to drape over all the seats at the joint. I'm like, such a dumbass. What the fuck are you talking about? But he said they lifted.
Yeah, Jules is earning his producer credit, and I appreciate it.
Definitely getting his EP credit. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, they lifted the ban. The quarantine, because they was making you quarantine for 2 days. Mm-hmm. And you know the nutty part is you go over there, like you go with your girl. If y'all not married, you got to quarantine separately. Crazy.
That's awful.
It's awful. Well, actually, I ain't gonna hold you. 2 days of silence. Jesus Christ. Hey, y'all don't want to put me on quarantine. All right.
Oh, listen. Before I have to say this, the women, holy fucking shit.
Me is Spain,
bruh. They are all slim, like 24, 25-inch waist, big, juicy asses.
Are they heavy into the body work over there?
No, these are all natural.
You know what I found out?
Nobody has body work.
You want to know what I found out?
Nobody has.
I don't believe that.
Nobody.
No one.
All
right.
I was in the malls. I was in the rep. Nobody. This one chick I seen. I seen her in the mall the first day I got there. It's 10 in the morning. She is like Giselle Bundchen bad at 10 in the morning, no makeup on, just tall, little ass waist, big ass. Like,
you know what I found out recently? You know where's the place to go to get your body work? You women might want to look into this because y'all know this y'all thing. Turkey.
Really?
Yeah. All the women, huh? Yo, listen. Yeah, we do turkeys. Right. But all the women from over, like how women here kind of like go to Colombia and go to Miami and go to Embassy Suites, you know, depending on where your money is. You know what I'm saying?
Comfort Inn on Roosevelt.
But they go to shit that's in proximity to this land, like this America. Over there, though, think about the women from the Middle East, Qatar, Dubai, all of that. They're not going to Miami.
Right.
Turkey is the place to go. And Turkey apparently does like, the doctors over there are exceptional. So I went and, nigga research. I went to Hakeem's Almanac and I started looking this shit up and I see like, world doctors who do, what they call it, the cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
Literally out of the top 25 ranked in the world, 12 of them was in Turkey.
Damn.
I was like, damn.
You know what else Turkey's known for? Fraud.
Okay. So y'all would love it.
Fraud.
Match made in
heaven.
Yeah. I'm on Chrono 24 and these different watch forums and shit like that. And they was basically saying,
I took a big bet on the Pistons +4. They lost by 3.
Damn.
Good money.
So the watch forums tell you that Turkey is a hot spot for fraud and don't send nothing to Turkey without confirmed payment. They like that shit is like bad out there. Like they scamming like a motherfucker in Turkey. But yeah, that's very interesting. But yeah, like even like just I'm not talking about like regular women. Like I'm at the restaurant Nine Reynas on Saturday night. The hostess, just immaculate fucking body, just chilling with a blazer on and some jeans. Like, where did you get this big juicy ass from? Like, it's like that. Like just walking down the street around the fucking shopping district and shit. Little 5-foot chick, ass out the hair. It's like, yo, what is going on? Like, it's literally something in the water. The women, beautiful. Other thing, before I wrap up, they had like a little mini protest going on down.
Yeah, I was telling Jules, like, yesterday, protest, like, man, motherfuckers is crazy.
Y'all tripping. Like, and I was worried because I'm like, damn, like, don't let Putin get wind of this shit. Like, y'all ain't nothing but a 10-minute. It ain't like we in America where it's like, yo, he got to really, like, do some hard work to nuke us. Y'all right down the street. Yeah. Like, the nigga get them missiles here.
He doing no work.
Motherfucker, they getting fly? Oh, they getting fly in Barcelona? Nuke this whole shit.
Yo, that's funny as shit. But yeah. But all in all, would you do it again? Like, did you?
I would do it again. I would not go back to Barcelona.
Okay.
I would go to Madrid or Ibiza just because I've already done Barcelona. It's like I did a lot in 4 days.
Going at it, like, because Barcelona, we actually looked at Barcelona. It was Barcelona, Bali, Maldives, Greece, and one of them other places. But to me, it just seemed a little too like culture,
super
artsy.
culture, historical.
Yeah, and I want to do cocaine, and I want to turn this bitch up a notch. You know, I want beach shit, fly
Ibiza.
shit. Yeah.
Ibiza. But like I said, overall, I give it a solid B. B for Barcelona, 85 out of 100. Food was okay. They gassed the food up. That's another thing. People was telling me that, I heard the food is amazing, bring your appetite. And I'm just like, I had some days I didn't eat. Like, because I was just like, this shit is like mad mediocre. But Noble was amazing. Noble was an A+. Non Reynos was like a B+, A-. And then we had found this other spot. It was like a pizza and pasta bar.
Okay.
Fly as fuck. They had them joints all over the city. Shit was amazing. And they make your food in like 4 minutes. Make the shit, cook it right in front of you like Benihana's. You want it spicy? Yeah, I want my ravioli spicy, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's decent.
Super, and again, the people super nice. Like somebody else had hit me and was like, "Yeah, how is it?" I heard it was like a lot of racism. I'm like, nah, these people are fantastic people.
You're light skinned though.
Well, my girl's not.
True. She's cute.
Yeah, well, that helps.
No offense.
Yeah. No, I mean,
without respect.
yeah, I mean, you know, being good looking helps anywhere.
Like, Lee would be like, "Oh, they were so nice," and be like, "You are beautiful with big titties." Shut up.
They have no reason to be.
No reason. I come in there, man, back the fuck up, dog.
Gonna mace the fuck out.
Right. Mace the shit out you in here. But yeah, that's what's up. It looked like it was cool, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to see this, like, especially with the World Cup shit. I'm like, yeah, we might have to slide. Yeah. Because I want to experience what's that like.
When is the World Cup? Summertime?
It's September, October.
Oh yeah, no, we're going.
Don't let me lie.
Lock it up.
Yeah, set it up.
Lock it up.
World Cup Qatar 2022 is November.
Oh, even better. So it's not going to be 9,000 degrees in Qatar.
Right.
It'll only be like
98,000. You know what I'm saying?
I remember I was supposed to go to Dubai 2020, right before quarantine and all of that shit hit, before the pandemic struck and all. I was supposed to go in April. The shit was already booked and ended up having.
Yeah, they moved it back because it was supposed to be July, but they moved it back to November. Thank God.
Yeah, you can't have no fucking World Cup in Qatar in July. Niggas gonna die. Literally die. Like it'd be 168 degrees in the fucking Middle East in the summertime, like with nothing.
Yeah,
like,
2022 FIFA World Cup hosting country Qatar. We sliding.
No, we sliding to Qatar, man. Big Qatar.
We out there.
Big content creators in Qatar.
Yeah. But Jules like, yeah, no, I'm gonna set the whole studio up, even if I gotta do it at the crib. He's like, y'all gotta stay at the crib. I'm like, now speaking of Mace, we had to bring Mace and a catcher's mask. You know what I'm saying? Because that nigga gets ridiculous. But yeah, no, like I definitely slide. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see what it's like to go to one of those games where it's 106 and they that horn. Like I'm gonna be the horn nigga. Like I already know. Like that shit seems.
I'm gonna be out there with a fucking jersey on with 9 different countries on it. Fucking Colombia, Spain.
Switching up the score. Yeah, that's my favorite team.
But yeah, no, that
I got homies from everywhere. Fucking London. Like I'm gonna fucking have. You know what I'm saying? The most. I'm at a United.
Jules, what's the punishment if I run on the? I don't want to get stoned and shit.
Right.
22 lashes.
Yeah, getting locked up abroad is the last thing we want to do or experience on a business / World Cup trip.
Hell yeah. But no, that should be cool though. That should be fun.
But yeah, if Barcelona had Ubers, I would bump the grade up. You know what I'm saying? If I could get like an Uber black car to pick me up and drive me around and shit like that, like it would have been even better. You know what's like the number one transport car over there besides like taxis? The Mercedes Metris van.
Okay.
They got them all like fitted out and all that shit. I want to get one of them Jones, man. It's like the perfect travel, little
They
road
not
trip
that much
van.
either.
Yeah, they not that much. Like you could get one bare bones like 30.
Yeah, for like 30.
Then you could probably outfit it for like another dub. You know what I'm saying? And then that's something that you could fuck around and charge motherfuckers, $150, $200 an hour for transport with a driver, shit like that. So that's potential another business for us to get into.
Yeah, we can discuss.
Luxury transport.
You got any else? Anything else you want to throw us? We gotta do some Patreons.
Yeah, we definitely gotta cut some Patreons, man. Oh yeah. Congratulations to us, 1 year on Patreon.
Has it been?
It's been a year, March 1st.
Damn.
Yeah, 1 year on Patreon, man. Shout out to everybody, all of the day ones, the people that literally made it all 12 months.
Crip Max say day one. Great man.
Great man. Yeah. Free Crip Mac.
Wait, he's locked up again?
He got caught with a blower. Yeah, they locked him up, man. Lucia was supposed to take the charge, man. Lucia bullshitting. Yeah, they locked Crip Mac up.
Man.
Yeah, so free to Loke. Yeah, man. Again, tour. That's like the main shit that we focused on right now, man. A lot of people been saying, "Oh, I'm gonna slide here for my birthday. I'm gonna da 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 da."
I'm DC.
Yeah, I think
fuck with me in DC.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make that April 3rd. I think we're gonna end up having to go down there for the whole weekend because my birthday is the 29th of March, so we probably gonna end up having to go down for the whole weekend. At least do a Saturday party, Sunday podcast, whatever. I just gotta figure out. I need somebody in Atlanta that's connected. Hook me up with a promoter, somebody that's gonna either show me some love on some liquor or let me make some money. We'll really pack that bitch out.
News, get to work in news.
Yeah, right. News gonna get to work. Call who you need to call. Vicky, you got your feet planted in ATL too. Hook us up with a promoter, somebody that can help push the pod and push my birthday party.
Right.
We gonna make that shit a TRPE weekend.
We'll be back later this week with
Yes,
Patreons.
we will. Patreons plural.
Yeah, we posted some old Patreons on the regular feed. People
full.
Yeah, people been hitting me about that and shit. Like, yo, y'all some fools on this joint.
Yeah, that shit. It worked. Just today we got a bunch of people that migrated either back on or to the Patreon for the first time. So some genius level marketing out of us.
Yeah,
What I'm
man.
saying?
We've been
Putting
doing
out.
good, putting work in. You know what I'm saying? Chad had to talk me off the ledge today. I was about to quit.
I'm like, no, not yet.
I was like, listen, man, I'm ready.
I can't let you do it, big dog.
They talking to me too much to this motherfucker, man. Like,
I told Matt, I say, yo, give me till September. We'll revisit this conversation.
Like,
I just need to know that this business is on solid ground. You know what I'm saying? Once y'all see once me, him, Dan, and Jules got the TRP chains, then y'all know it's time for Matt to quit his job.
yeah, pretty much. But I got nothing else. I'm going home.
Yeah, Matt's going home. I'm going to show him this billboard numbers. It's going to blow his fucking mind. We're going to get into that. Okay. And again, see a billboard, snap a photo, take one in front of it, send it to us, tag us on social media, whatever the case may be.
Let us know.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. If y'all don't have y'all tour tickets yet, get y'all tickets, man. Get y'all groups of 8 and 15 and shit like that and pull up to the shows. You know what I'm saying? Shit going to be dope. We in great venues all around the country. Aisle 5 in Atlanta, Knitting Factory in Brooklyn. Shout out to Knitting Factory. They super are excited about the show. They putting their own marketing money behind the show and everything. Knitting Factory in Brooklyn. Stage Door Theater at the Blumenthal Performing Arts Center in Charlotte. And the Crown at the Queen in Delaware. And then whatever the fuck we end up at in D.C. for that weekend with Dan's birthday. And again, DC is us, B. DC gonna be us, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got some phenomenal, guests lined up for DC. I just need somewhere to put these motherfuckers. So,
hey, I got nothing else.
Love y'all. Out. We appreciate y'all. 1 year on Patreon, man. We gotta give it up for ourselves one more time. That's no small task, man. And thank y'all for sticking with us through it, being advocates of the show. And we're gonna make this shit worthwhile. We're gonna go on this tour, kick ass, and I know y'all gonna be with us every step of the way.
Peace.